If you've ever wanted to write in a particular style of music, but have always been frustrated with the outcome, this is the video for you. My name's Dev, and my focus is to become a better music producer, focusing on guitar and bringing you along on the journey with me so that we can learn together. You see, growth in the music you create is, in principle, the same as growth in life. You are ultimately the sum of the 5 people you associate with the most. Now, I've been frustrated for a really long time with the type of music that I've wanted to write, being that growing up, I pretty much just listened to, thrash metal, 80s, 90s, heavy metal. One of my favorite bands of all time is Judas Priest. However, I've really come to love the more modern, progressive music. And as a result, I've really wanted to write in the styles of, Meshuggah, Periphery, North Lane. There's so many sick bands out right now. But I find it really frustrating because when I write riffs, they almost always revert back to that foundation, what I was listening to so much while growing up. And all that changed when I began to realize that music is a language. The genre you speak, the riffs, or the genre you listen to, the riffs you try to write they're all different languages. If you walked up to somebody on the street and you spoke English and they spoke Mandarin, you would hear what's coming out of their mouths. You might be able to make some similar sounds, but you wouldn't actually understand what they're saying. The same thing exists when it comes to writing music. If you pick up your guitar and all you've listened to, all you've learned is Megadeth, you are just going to write Megadeth riffs. The same thing is to be said for all of the kids who are coming up now, and they are creating absolutely monstrous riffs, but they're doing it on the backs of those at the advent of modern progressive music, which we're starting to get hyper specific with editing, drums, guitars, all of that to be perfectly manicured to the beat and create something that is essentially as close to perfect as you can get. Now that can be really, really frustrating if you're sitting in your room playing away and trying to write something, but the only thing that's coming out is, Megadeth riffs. So what I've been doing is learning new music. I've chosen 5 different artists across different areas in which I want to get better at guitar, but also produce better music. And what I would ask from you is to choose 5 different bands, 1 or 2 songs each. Learn them front to back, but don't just learn them on guitar or bass or drums. Learn them across every instrument and understand why they make certain decisions, because that is going to better inform your creative output when it comes to writing your own riffs. What you want to create is a language. You need to learn to speak it.